Hello and Tanshi Kia Wow. This is Grandmother Wind, Andrea Menard, with another message from the Patchwork Grandmothers. Now, the Patchwork Grandmothers, as you know, for those of you who are new, they are my beloved ancestral teachers from the other side of the veil, I like to say, who help guide me and others to live our best life. And their message today is be transparent. Now, the Patchwork Grandmothers once conveyed a picture to me of human beings being like a patchwork quilt. And that patchwork quilt wasn't necessarily a beautiful creation. Well, it can be, like we do when we have our grandmothers make a patchwork quilt. This was more patches of shadows and secrets hidden among our bodies and our energy fields. And the grandmothers say it holds our joy back, these little patchworks of secrets. And so this is their way of saying, be transparent. Let those secrets go. Let those things that dull our light go. Because, as again, the grandmothers are always saying that we have beauty to share. All of who we are, the flaws or our perceived flaws, as well as our gifts, are all what makes us unique and beautiful. And so being transparent is I guess, a commitment to looking at all those little shadowed places, those places that we hide from the world, thinking that nobody could possibly love those parts. And that's a lie. It's a total falsehood, because the grandmothers, from their perspective, to say, it's all lovable. You're the only one who doesn't think so. And maybe we get reflections from our family and friends that those parts of us are not lovable. But ultimately, they're reflecting that unlovable part because we don't love it, because we're ashamed of it, because we want to hide from the world. We want to hide that part from the world. And so the grandmothers are saying that the times are changing, that all of those stuff, all of those things that we hide in an individual basis and in a collective basis are all coming to the surface anyway. Which is probably bad news for those of us who want to keep our secrets, but good news for the whole. Because when we don't have any shadowed parts of us, we can't be lied to. Because we can be lied to if someone hangs on to or threatens or pokes fingers at those shadowed spots, at those places that we're not transparent about. And the grandmothers are saying, that is coming to a close. That type of way of interacting with each other is moving away off the planet. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great? I love that idea that we can't be lied to anymore, or we can't lie to ourselves, and we can't lie to our loved ones anymore, because that type of being is an old way of responding. It's a way of hooking into each other's shadows and enjoying the patchwork faults and flaws of another. But if those don't exist anymore, because each one of us in our own way becomes brave, becomes courageous in revealing and facing our own little shadows, patch by patch by patch by patch, we're literally not just changing our lives, but changing the whole way that humanity responds to each other and relates to each other. And it's a good way of being. To be transparent means you are trustworthy. And to be transparent and to be trustworthy, it means that others will be gravitated towards you. It will give permission to others to also be free of shadows, to give up their own shadows and be trustworthy as well. One person at a time creates this way of being. So the Patchwork Grandmothers and me, Grandmother Wind, we encourage you, as I'm being encouraged as well, to look at all of those shadowed places, look at all of those demons, shadows, shames, the things that we want to hide from the world, in the privacy of your own heart and the privacy of your own sacred space in your prayers. Take a look, shine the light on them, and I promise that they're probably not as ugly and shadowed as you think. The grandmothers say, no, grandchildren, that's just who you are. And it's just this is just a spot on the evolution of your growth. It's just a spot. This little shadowed spot is just coming up right now to help you on your journey, because all of it is good. All of it is good. And I love the grandmother's perspective. Isn't it great to be so loved for who we are? So with that note, I encourage you to be transparent, love all those shadowed places, and watch the world love you in return. And I'll be first. I love you. Till next time. Bye.